Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here with the next part of my Farewell Mega series. Today we'll be featuring Mega Altaria. This is the final UU Mega that I believe I have to get through. Mega Altaria is an interesting Pokemon. I believe at times that in previous generations, obviously this model was OU, and then, you know, it just went back and forth between things. Toxapex plays a huge role, I think, in this Pokemon not being OU this generation, honestly. Celesteela as well, but not so much because you could just run Zone to kind of deal with that weakness. But I mean, you could say that with Toxapex and a whole bunch of Pokemon, right? Anyway, Mega Altaria, we're using a mixed variant with Frustration, Earthquake, Fire Blast, and Roost. The point is to like lure Scizors and basically also use your other Combine Z Lottie to set up for your own Scizor sweep at the end. Choice Crocodile provides us with Pursuit Trapping. We have Rapid Spin Support and Tentacruel, and then we have a Stealth Rocking Rocky Helmet Cobalion with the objective to weaken opposing Scizors, which still helps Mega Latias out. Shout out to my boy Selgor for this team. By the way, because today is the 14th episode of the Road Top 10 with Mr. Jambat, which you can check out on his channel, it's the finale, guaranteed. Whether we win or lose, it's the finale. So go ahead and check that out on Mr. Jambat's channel. I love Altaria in this game. Absolutely love Altaria in this game. Between Fire Blast and Frustration, respectively. Combine Latias also destroys this guy's team. Destroys this guy's team. The Steelix being like the main thing weakening me. What Mega is this? Yeah. The only Mega on my team, bro. That's allowed in UU anyway. Oh, that's gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Have fun, man. Looking forward to your video. Thank you. Have fun. Cobalion matches up well versus the lot. Where am I? I'm getting in Sword and Shield mode already. Cobalion matches up well versus Crawdont, potentially Steelix and Florges, as well as Lottie. Infernape, I have Tentacruel for... Come on, Latias is just so good in this game, man. And I love Altaria. It's crazy because Altaria is such a giant problem for Sumo Mega's team that my opponent actually has to lead off with Steelix or Tentacruel, I feel anyway. Just because it's that much of a problem. I'm just debating how I want to weaken Steelix here because they do have wish support. SD Scizor is also really good. I think because we'll go early game Cobalion. Sorry, I didn't meant to put timer. They end up leading off a Crawdont, which isn't bad. I'm not going to bother clicking rocks here. I'm going to click close combat. I don't want them expecting me to go for rocks and then going for like Sewer Power or Crab Hammer and just getting a ton of damage. Every bit of damage on Tentacruel is going to matter as well. So we take that damage, and what I can do is just go out into... I have a few options. One of them is close combat again because I don't know why. My gut's telling me they're going to go Crawdont on my Tentacruel to try and get a heavy hit off. Especially because my Altaria is not Mega Evolved. Like, that makes a lot of sense for my opponent to want to do. Though they could have knockoff themselves. I seriously feel like that's the play they're going to make. I think that my own Altaria is my mid-ground play because I have Natural Cure prior to Mega Evolving. So I don't have to worry so much about this Mon. And what I want to do now is go right back out into Cobalion on potentially Steelix. This doesn't matter that they go Tentacruel here. This doesn't matter that they go for T-Spike because obviously I do absorb it with my Tentacruel and I can get a knockoff. Now, they are 100% burns, huh? Knockoff on their own Tentacruel is really cool for my Altaria because it'll allow me to actually weaken them. And for my Altaria's Earthquake, obviously. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Altaria and I'm just going to click Earthquake. Yeah, I don't see a reason not to. The other option is actually Fire Blasting immediately. Let me just Mega Evolve and click Earthquake. Yeah, as they go Steelix. So I was thinking about Fire Blasting immediately as as licks came in, because this is something that I don't deal with as well. But if I use Altaria to weaken this, Combine Latias simply wins the game. So I will be using Altaria to weaken this Steelix here with the Fire Blast. Beautiful damage. And I get a burn, which is so nasty as they go for Earthquake, predicting my Cobalion. So I get the best of turns right here because I'm basically going to be able to knock out the... Are you running speed on that? Let's find out. I'm basically going to be able to knock out Florges and weaken the Steelix with my Altaria. And they still can't kill me, by the way. They legitimately still can't kill me. Not sure why this came out. Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Okay, I didn't think Scarf Gunk Shot would knock me out, but that's okay because I got rid of that and Steelix is weakened. So, yeah, nice Latias answers. We just Psyshock here. So that's great. Altaria did its job. It got rid of the 2 things for Latias, and they were going to do it for each other, but it got rid of the 2 things for Latias. And Latias basically wins at this point. SD Scizor can win as well. The fact that they gave me their Tentacruel there is huge. Absolutely huge. And I can absorb that T-Spike as well with my Tentacruel, though that doesn't matter as much. It doesn't matter what play they make at this point, I believe. I also got the damage on Latias to knock it out with my Crocodile's knockoff 100%. So we'll just absorb that T-Spike just so it doesn't exist. As the Healing Wish into Steelix? Ooh, smart play to Healing Wish into Steelix, but are you going to take a Scald now? Because if you go Tentacruel, you'll die. If you stay in, I click Earthquake now at Crocodile. So I have a lot of options here, and they stayed in to take the hit. If I burn them like they burnt me, I'd be in a good position. But what I'm going to do here is actually go for rocks first, because I don't want to CC on the Tentacruel sack exactly. Whereas I can get up rocks and click Psyshock and Draco to win the game. So also if they stayed in to go for Earthquake, if they took that damage, they lost the game anyway. And funnily enough, as much as I loved Scizor in this as potentially a late game, now is the time to... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had no choice there. That bug got blown away. But now is the time to throw it away. We get in Latias here. We just click Psyshock one more time. I have the Z Draco for Crawdaunt, so I don't have to worry about that. And this game is basically a wrap at this point. They go Crawdaunt. I literally drop a Z Draco here in order to knock him out. And then their last is that Steelix, which shouldn't be able to deal with me at all. Though I will go Cobalion just to get extra Rocky Helmet damage off of them as they go for Curse. This is something I was kind of fearing. But I doubt their rest, as they haven't used rocks on any member on their team. So I'll go down there, get in my Crocodile, click Earthquake, and that'll be game. That should be game. Yep, good game. Nice. So Mega Altaria did its job. Getting rid of Florges was amazing for Latias. Though technically it is set up opportunities for Latias as long as it doesn't get special attack drops or crits. And obviously weakening the Steelix, forcing their own Latias to go for Healing Wish. So that was a really successful first game for Mega Altaria. I think I called it Mega Latias a couple times, but that was a really successful first game for Mega Altaria. I'm going to pause it, guys, until we find another battle. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so we have another game now. In this game, this is Mega Scizor's game, right? But this is obviously Trick Room, so Trick Room is a problem too. But Mega Scizor is beautiful in this game for its ability to basically weaken my opponent's entire team. I love my Tentacruel's ability to knock off something as well. Getting rid of Bronzong's item helps both Altaria and... getting rid of Bronzong's item helps both Altaria as well as Latias, Latias isn't bad though. Bisharp is a threat, but Cobalion helps me deal with that. I just gotta be careful about Crawdaunt under Trick Room, but as long as I have an Altaria Mega Evolved, we're good. And Bronzong doesn't have any recovery besides Lunar Dance, so we go Tentacruel early because it weakens Bronzong, which is the Trick Room lead. It weakens Bronzong, which is a Trick Room lead, and I'm actually just gonna go for it. Is my Tentacruel running 0 attack? Okay, go. Just gonna go for it here. Obviously, Bronzong can set up Trick Room, Stealth Rock, and boom. Yeah, have fun. If I had T-Spike, that'd be good here too. But yeah, we get rid of the Mental Herb, which is cool. Thank you. We get rid of the Mental Herb, and again, that damage is just so important. Like I would have used Scizor to weaken Bronzong, but getting rid of Bronzong in general is just super good. So I just spam spin here as he ends up bringing out Reuniclus. Now Reuniclus is interesting because if it has HP Fire, I'm in a really bad spot early on. I don't like switching into this Pokemon, which is why I'm going to go for the knockoff here, exactly, because Focus Blast is kind of likely too if they expected my Scizor. So getting rid of the Life Orb is definitely worth it, and I could expect them to Psychic here. I want to say that my Scizor tanks to Focus Blast now because I have this much HP investment. I'm going to make the Scizor play. I want to say you tank it, as they unfortunately miss out there, and that's bad for them too, obviously. But what I want to do is make the play that covers the Cobalion play. So I'm going to make the Tentacruel, or as they go Bronzong, same thing for me. Basically, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I can weaken the main answers. I'm surprised they go in Bronzong, because if I went for like a Choice Band U-turn, for example, this would not have appreciated it. But I would just Scald to weaken you as they get up Trick Room, and we'll just knock off again. Well, I meant to Rapid Spin there, but it ended up working out that I got rid of, or that I caught the Crawdon upon switching. Now, Altaria is still not bad in this. I don't want to go hard into it though. I'll just click the Sludge Bomb here, basically putting, or trying to put Crawdon in range of my ult, and then I can go ult after to knock him out, or to revenge kill him rather. So yeah, I think that's like the best case scenario for me. He might end up going out to Bronzong here immediately, but if he gives me Crawdon, he needs to give me Crawdon and Bisharp, because Bronzong being that low basically already opens up the game for Bronzong being that low already opens up the game for my what's it called, for my Scizor. Now, while I could go Scizor here, I don't see why not actually. Yeah, why would I not go Scizor? He doesn't appreciate this Mon as a switch in. Now, this is the thing, like I could go for U-turn here, which is why I'm like debating what play to actually make. I'll click Bug Bite just to get something out of the turn. Like I said, I don't have U-turn, but obviously if I had it, I could go for it. Cobalion comes out. Everything is almost set up, I think, for Latias. I just got to be really careful about his Bisharp. Cobalion actually, obviously being a threat too. I think we're going to make the offensive, yeah, we're going to make the offensive Crocodile play. If I click knockoff, he gets in Crawdon for free. Alright, I'll allow him that. I'll rather go out into Cobalion, as he's going to more than likely set up the Trick Room, and then I get the rocks to at least start pressuring Crest. And this is where it gets interesting, because I can dance around this Pokemon. I need Cobalion alive or Crocodile alive in order to deal with the Bisharp. Though I think that my Altaria might actually end up being faster than their Bisharp. But yeah, this is also the situation I want, because now Cresselia gets 2-hit KO'd. You die. So it's just about dancing around this Reuniclus properly. I do think I go Scizor, like regardless of what my opponent goes for here. And Lottie play on the Focus Blast. Yep. And right back to Scizor. I don't think Shadow Ball will knock me out because of exactly. I don't think Shadow Ball will knock me out because of the lack of Life Orb. And I'll go for Roost now, because they should go Cobalion potentially. I guess they could set up a Trick Room too, but Roost will cover that either way. But if they go Cobalion, I want to be able to have multiple turns to do damage. And this is why that rock damage on Cobalion is going to matter. So they end up going Bronzong. I think that loses you the game. I feel like that loses you the game, because +2 allows me to knock out Crawdon. I'm going to be able to Bug Bite Bisharp. It better be min speed. And +2 also allows me to knock out Reuniclus. So like, this is interesting, because they'll potentially have Cobalion and stuff under Trick Room, but my Scizor ends up, yeah, my Scizor ends up kind of devouring their team. They'll come back though. My Scizor ends up devouring the team. I don't know the Bug Bite role per se, but I know they're most likely Explosion. They might try and go for rocks first, or they might not come back. But this is why the early damage on Bronzong, the knockoff, is very important. Very, very important. And if I kill Bisharp, I literally win the game, because the Bronzong might end up exploding on me. If I KO Bisharp, I literally win the game. So I'm going to Roost once more. as they crit me, but I end up at basically the same amount. And I knock out Reuniclus. I definitely knock out Crawdaunt. 100% knock out Crawdaunt. Yep, that crit did not matter at all. I am +2 Life Orb. I'm sorry, Cardon being gone is great. Bisharp comes out, and this is actually what I want to come out because they won't be able to knock me out with knockoff exactly, and I get rid of their Dark type there. So, not to say it's definitely not over yet. I'm gonna make the Cobalion play because if they actually have Rock Polish on this thing, is a problem. And I have Taunt as well. So they might also be min speed on their Cobalion as well. So the reason this play worked is because I can taunt. I can taunt you. No, no, no. I can taunt you. Click Iron Head. Bring it Altaria. Frustration 2 AKOs Cresselia. And Altaria cleans up the game. Obviously, them missing the initial Focus Blast on Scizor was pretty big. I don't think I can lose to Cresselia unless it freezes me and doesn't click Trick Room, because if it clicks Trick Room, it also just loses to Scizor as well. So, Alt is going to be here, and maybe it can heal spam if it wants to. I suppose Crest could luck me. Yeah, it would need to freeze everything. Good game. So yeah, Altaria cleaning up that game. Nice. I'll pause it, guys, until we find another game. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have another game in possibly the worst Altaria matchup I've ever seen. Maybe I'll be able to bluff Fire Blast versus Scizor. I mean, I have it, but maybe I'll be able to actually catch it. I doubt it though. SD Scizor though is fantastic if I can get rid of Rotom, which is something I want to aim to do pretty early. And because I want to do that, I'll be going with Tentacruel to hopefully knock off Rotom. The Scizor as well is basically pretty similar. If I can get rid of or knock off Scizor, I'm pretty good too. I kind of doubt they'd go for the U-turn turn 1, but I get rid of the Rocky Helmet on Amoonguss, which is pretty cool. And I do have Liquid Ooze. I might as well attempt to burn the Amoonguss. This will actually help out Altaria quite a bit in this game, and what we'll do is maybe make the Cobalion play. Now Rotom Heat can come in right now because it deals with the majority of what I could bring out exactly. However, this is such a tough one, man. If I get rid of Rotom Heat though, I think SD Scizor just wins. I really do. We'll use Altaria here as a Volt Switch pivot as well as the Overheat pivot, which I don't care too much about, and we can just safely roost. I get crit, but that doesn't really matter. The Volt Switch will go before me anyway as they go for Toxic. Yeah. I'll just throw off a Frustration as they Volt Switch here most likely. As they end up going Togekiss. I didn't want to Mega Evolve because I want to keep my... I would like to be able to keep my Natural Cure, so... Funnily enough, we're actually going to end up going out into our Cobalion here once again, and they make the nice Rotom play, which again is really solid because it's allowing them to break through my team. But I'm going to set up rocks here because even if they overheat now, I get in Lottie immediately, and I have a decision to make. I can Z Draco, which will weaken this for Scizor, and I really want to make the decision, or I Calm Mind up, anticipating them to want to go out into Togekiss. I'm going to make the Calm Mind play. If they defog immediately, they cannot kill me with Crocodile from full HP, and my Latios is incredibly threatening. If they go hard Scizor, that's something I get to weaken as well. I guess all isn't that bad if I get rid of this. I don't mind them going hard Crocodile though. I do not mind them going hard Crocodile because, like I said, they cannot KO me here, and getting rid of Scarf Crocodile is alright for me, especially because they're still pretty weak to my Tentacruel in itself. As it turns out, ooh, they look to be Choice Band Scizor. I don't know, do I want to be weak to what they go for? I kind of feel like I need to be. That's most likely Choice Band or Choice Scarf. It's gonna Mega Evolve and click the Frustration. If I want to win the game with my SD Scizor, I need to weaken Rotom. Yeah, I'm going for it again. I don't care if they're defogging, they get their eye. Pop a berry. That's completely worth. Or Wiki Berry, whatever it's called. Especially because, like, the play I was basically going to make there was to deal with the Rotom switching. But I don't mind going Tentacruel because if they go for the Hidden Power or the Giga Drain, I obviously have the Liquid Ooze, and we can just burn one turn of sleep here. Togekiss ends up coming out. I don't think Togekiss beats me. Well, maybe it does. Oh, maybe it does if I don't wake up ever. Thank you. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. Luckily, though, that's a roll on me. And what I'm actually going to do is go for the knockoff here over going for Sludge Bomb, because they're more than likely going to roost if they don't go for Air Slash again. And at least I get rid of that recovery that they do have. Now, granted, Amoonguss is still a giant threat. And in fact, it can potentially beat me on... Oh, interesting. Also, they're the Stall Breaker set. But you're going to die to Scizor, so I don't... Just kill me. There you go. There we go, Scizor here. I'll make the Crocodile play, because I don't think they'd give me this immediately. They end up going out to Amoonguss, unfortunately, though. And this is where it gets a little bit tough, because I don't actually deal with this Mon very well. I'm not going to Fire Blast. I'm just going to get as much chip as possible, as they only have Clear Smog. So they're not doing much to me. I think I can actually stall them out, almost. Well, let's see if I break through. I kind of need you all. I don't mind this. As long as I'm trying to SD up here in their face as they go Amoonguss. And it's just really frustrating. Yeah, just gonna hit him with the frustration there. Scizor probably dies to 2 bullet punches. And if they U-turn immediately, my Crocodile definitely dies. So I'll tank the BP. I'll make the Scizor play of my own here as they go Terrakion. And I think I just go off the roll of this potentially killing you. Damn, Scizor. So annoying. And I still make the same Crocodile into Scizor play. This unfortunately will give them Rotom. However, Overheat into Volt Switch shouldn't KO Altaria, or it'll be really close. They could also just actually try and go for Volt Switch. You're still really good here, Scizor, because you got everything weakened. I gotta get every play right though. Well, they won't kill me here, so I'm good. Nice. I don't know if they go Rotom right now, but... Okay, smart. I didn't know if they went Rotom immediately on that. And I'm going to frustrate first because I think they're going to Toxic. Okay, so that might have been the damage I need to win the game with Scizor. That might have been the damage I need to win the game with Scizor. Unfortunately... I guess, well, actually, no. I should force them to kill me here. Because then I Swords Dance up with my own Scizor. Maybe I don't do 31%. Then again, you do 4 times resist. Hey, go ahead and crit. Or dodge over here, I guess. Good game. I did bring it down to that overheat though, so I'm actually pretty happy about that. Obviously, my opponent, I don't know why they didn't never click Spore with a Mungus. I'm taking one Pokemon guaranteed from you. There you go. I'll take that Pokemon from you and I'll leave. Yeah, I don't know why they never clicked Spore with a Mungus. It's kind of forced me. That position would not have happened. Like, you could have clicked Spore on my Altaria and then tried to HP Fire spam. But at least I made it come down to overheat. Missing. Again, that was tough. That was tough. Scizor was definitely my way of winning. I did it almost. And like, I played aggressively at times too, where I thought they had to make the play. Maybe keeping Alt alive. Oh, what is this video I have open on the side? Maybe keeping Alt alive. Ooh. Altaria kind of sucks in this. Not really. It's actually really good, but it's just Gligar that's super frustrating for me to deal with. And same thing with Pidgeot, honestly. Wow, Pidgeot is incredibly hard for me to deal with. Yeah, I don't like that. I definitely want to get in Altaria and try and click frustration as many times as possible. But I'm... How do I beat Pidgeot? Kama Latios is nasty in this too. Maybe I use Tentacruel early to try and weaken Pidgeot for Latios. I think that's the way to do it. Tentacruel's roll. It's a Sponge Scizor. So the alternative is Stone Edge with Crocodile into a switch. Into me trying to get up rocks. Okay, we'll try that. Because, like, this Mon is annoying versus me, but this Mon is way more annoying. If you see overpowers, it won't kill me, and if they U-turn, they'll take Chip, which will be very important for Scizor as well as Altaria. Obviously, again, Pidgeot can just come out and click buttons versus me, man, whether it be Hurricane or Heat Wave. Gligar, I guess, could also come out if you want to make the baby Gligar route. The Gligar would give me rocks. I like that my opponent has both of these. Gligar would give me rocks. I'd personally go out into... Well, I was going to say Pidgeot, but I do not mind getting up rocks here at all. I shouldn't die to one hit. They don't, thankfully, don't burn me either. And this might be a future Sightmon, but I think that going out into Tentacruel here and clicking the knockoff makes a ton of sense. And I'm actually going to click knockoff over clicking Scald. Because getting rid of the Violet on Gligar is huge. Absolutely huge for me. So, click Scald now. Surprising. I actually get a crit. And now they have nothing to come in on frustration plus a secondary attack. I'm not sure why they went out into that Mon there, but we take those. We'll knock off your potential Assault Vest, which I thought you had, yes, as they go for Scald. And I think I'll just Sludge Bomb, maybe try and go for a Poison or something as they end up revealing the Psyshock. Alright, that's kind of what I was waiting for. Now, Scizor did how much turn 1? -1 did 4%. Is that Choice Band? Because maybe I shouldn't be playing this thing as Reckless. UU Choice Band. It's not Choice Band at all, so it could be SD Scizor. That's a problem. I think we make the Altaria play, because Altaria doesn't care at all about what comes in, as Terrakion ends up coming out. Now, I have to say that I have severe doubts that Terrakion ends up killing me, but I'm going to make the Tentacruel play just in case they end up going for Z move, as they end up going out into Scizor. And this is cool because unless they're Metal Play, I shouldn't die. And I can potentially go for a Scald here, getting a burn on Scizor. Surprised they would stay in to take the extra damage either way. But that's really nice. Like, if I can somehow manage to get up rocks. This is the situation I don't like being in, by the way. Pidgeot in versus me. Especially because it just gets to click Hurricane. Alright. I have one play here, which is to click Stone Edge. Even though they do have a Cobalion, a Terrakion, a bunch of Mons that can tank the hit. But with Scizor being that low and the fact that Slowking has lost its Assault Vest, I'm in such a fantastic situation. And this gives me Cobalion now. If they U-turn, they take too much damage. If they Roost, which they end up doing, I can set up rocks after, and that'll help me beat the Pidgeot. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go hard out to Crocodile. I'll live a Hurricane, and I get a Stone Edge off. And they go for Heat Wave. They crit me, don't burn me. Nice. Once again, we're going to go for Stone Edge. If I get the damage off on Pidgeot, I can beat it with... I I can beat it with my Scizor. So 100% worth, yes, because rocks also knock them out. And they end up going for U-turn, which is great because they're going to get the hell out of there. They end up bringing out Scizor as well. I can safely bring out my Cobalion. And if I don't Mega Evolve my Altaria, I can Fire Blast this as well. Would you go hard? It doesn't matter if they go hard into Pidgeot because what I do now is I kill them with Pursuit. So I close combat just in case they roost. I go Crocodile to make sure they die because this mon a threat. Now that does give Cobalion and Terrakion set up. Like it does give both of them set up, but it also lets me click Earthquake versus my opponent too. And I think we go hard Altaria if they end up going out to Scizor. If they go Slowking, I go hard Altaria as well. This Scizor is an SD. And this mon is a hard Latias. This will do more than any other attack I go for. Yep. And we can just Psyshock here. This might be their Z-Mon, but as long as I get this Psyshock damage off, they die to Bullet Punch. And that's exactly what I want because Scizor is going to win me this game. Guaranteed. I got them rocks up for Terrakion. And that was what I was going for. I was going for an endgame of Scizor as long as I weaken Cobalion, but I had to be super careful about this mon. This mon can't do crap to me. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. That's a good game. That is indeed good game. Alright, we're going to get +6 on you real quick. Unless you're Sash Terrakion. Yo, are you Sash Terrakion? No, you just went Slowking. Okay, well, I'm going to bite you. Gimme. And that's how the team's supposed to work. You use Latios and, well, Alt to weaken the answers, and my dude leaves. So it's crazy because even if he was Sash Terrakion and he knocked me out, I went Crocodile and clicked Pursuit to guarantee the KO. And then Altaria beats the Scizor by clicking the... Altaria beats the Scizor. Oops, Blender's asking to record, so I'm not going to find another battle. Yo, you free? Yeah, man. Let's do it. Alright, so we're going to end on that. That's basically how the team works. We took an L today. Very tough, but I almost brought it back, man. I'm happy about that. I'm happy I got at least close enough to an overheat miss. A few turns could have been different. Maybe waking up with Tentacruel earlier might have made a difference. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Mega Altaria, gonna miss you, buddy. Not as much as a lot of other Megas, though. I think Mega Altaria is really cool, and I wish I got to use it in draft. But watching Gator use it in draft was a lot of fun. This boy Blunder is calling me. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, my friends.